few days ago I posted a short video featuring this machine. Now it's going. Right, today I've got something interesting. This Milwaukee grease gun, it's not going. This battery. And this battery works quite well. But if I put a Dewalt battery with an adapter on it, there she goes. So what do you think about that? I'm going to take a very unique step to try and fix this. The idea I've come up with is to replace the PCB board in this battery with this one I've acquired from the Asian continent. The reason for this is hopefully the controls in this board will not be as sensitive as the original Milwaukee one and will not shut down when it senses some sort of electronic defect from the Milwaukee grease gun. So the smart way would be to desolder that board, but to save time, I'm just going to cut it off her. Watch out for sparks and smoke. Welcome to the smoke show. See, this is the problem. I'm crossing the connections with these here. I need to be a wee bit more careful, but I think you get the picture. Let's see. Working with batteries is a risky venture, to say the least. So it should be done with caution or not at all. You do these things at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do it, but I do make these videos for educational and entertainment purposes, so you understand how your batteries work. People find it interesting. I know I do. But it's, you know, I would assume we're all adults out there. We sort of get to do what we want within reason. So that's the old board off. So what we're going to do now is prep this with some nickel strip and just set it on. Here's some of the nickel strip that I've prepared for the board. I'm going to solder it on and then hopefully solder it onto the pack then. So that's our board prepped and ready to go. Yep. We'll set her on the battery now and solder her up. Nope. Didn't want to do that, but it's okay. It always makes me jump though, even though I know it's okay. Always makes me jump every time. Oh, that's looking pretty good now. I'd be happy with that. Hopefully this little Asian board will make the difference as the genuine one. So it's irrelevant now. Get the top back on and see if the grease gun goes any better. With these little knockoff boards, the battery indicators are so dumb. That's the only criticism I'd have of them. Right, here we have the grease gun again, so I'm going to try this again. And it's going. So hopefully that'll be a permanent fix. But I think that solved the problem. Again, battery repair is not for everyone. I'm not telling you to do it, I'm just showing you this for entertainment and educational reasons. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other content. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we've got this DSS 611 Makita saw. It's not going, so I'm going to get into it and see what's wrong with it. So this saw, somebody's put tape around here for some reason. I'll get that off. Let's see what's going on. And there's one of these missing. But the brushes are not the problem. This one's new. The guy that owns this tried a set of brushes in and somehow lost one of the caps in the process as well. So I'm going to hazard a guess and say it's this controller is the problem, because it nearly always is. It could be the switch, but I just took the liberty of ordering a controller and just getting one. One wire off, one wire on. It's the easiest way to do things. This is quite straightforward, but some of these tools you can have multiple wires and you never know what wire goes on where if you pull them all off. This is not just like that though. Just steel there and the black there. The red and the black goes on up. See? See what's happening there. The red's going into the switch. And that goes in here. Once the wire's all tucked in out of the way, we're going to put these switches back on again. And put the lid on again, and should be back in business very, very, very soon. Right, well that's it all back together. Very nice. And only thing to do is put a battery in and try it. That looks pretty good to me. That's our wee saw fixed now. Back in action, and all it was this controller module. This is a very common fault in this wee brushed circular saw from Makita. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for other videos. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we've got this shear cordless clipping machine. It is not working. If you have one of these not working, the first thing you do is check the battery. It's a little bit low, but it should still be powering the machine. If the battery ruled out as a possible problem, you have to remove all the screws and take it apart. Right, so with this open, the first thing you look at is this. If you can see here where my thumb is, this micro switch is the on off switch, and you can see there's excessive wear in that. See, it's wore onto an angle. So we're going to have to try and build that up some way, or probably build a bit onto this to try and push it down more so it is activating the switch properly. To test that theory, you can actually slide the battery on, but you need to be careful when you're doing this, because keep your fingers away from there, because that would cut the life out of your thumb. I'm holding the motor here. You can see the switch and all works. It's just a matter of this is not pushing it enough because it's worn. It's only going to take about a millimeter, so I have an idea. A bit of this old cable tie that was in there between the body and the switch activator. I think we could have something that works. Maybe hot glue it in, make sure it stays in place. Hit the click, that's the switch activating. That's all it's going to take. I'll try a little bit of glue just to hold it in place. I might give it a little bit of melt with the solder there and then, just to make sure it doesn't never move. So leave that to set for a little while. I can just simply put it back together. That click is promising. Right, she's all back together. Just ram on the battery and see what's going on now. That looks pretty good to me. So that's her back in business. So if you have one of these that's giving you trouble not switching on, that's likely to be one of the main culprits. Either that or the motor. If it's a motor, it's much more serious. But check that first. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we've got these two 2 ampere Bosch batteries, and there's not a kick in either one of them. To be more precisely what I mean, if you try these in a tool, you just get nothing. To show you why this is, I'm going to just attach the voltmeter to them one by one. That's showing 1.94 volts. That is not high for an 18 volt battery. and that is showing 1.96 volts, so that's not high either for an 18 volt battery. In order to restore these batteries to good health, what we have to do is bring the voltage up to somewhere in the region of 16.5, 17 volts. Then they should take a charge. At about 18 they should power tool. With that low voltage, conventional wisdom would tell you these two are for the bin. But I've never successfully been accused of being conventional or wise. This is where I would incorporate what's known as the jump start method of bringing back a battery. We've all seen this online. I've done this on YouTube countless times. You can carry out the jump start method without opening the battery, but I always like to check the individual cells just in case the jump start's not going to be effective, and check for broken connections also. But I also want to show you how this process works. Right, with that out of the casing, what we can do is test the individual cells. Nothing looks burst there, nothing looks broken. All the connections are going where they're supposed to go. Yeah. Every cell in this battery is showing less than a volt. That's 0.3 of a volt. And definitely any normal person would tell you that's for the bin. But I would dispute that strongly. Right, what I'm going to do now is show you actually how this jump start method works. This is a donor battery. And now you have to be sure and put the wires on the right way. I'm going to monitor the voltage of the sick battery during this process. And there's something else I'm going to tell you. There is a risk with this, so do this at your own risk. I'm not telling you to do this, I'm just showing you how it works. And it's up to yourself after that. So you connect plus to plus and minus to minus. I would suggest doing it this way, because I'll make the connection here, because if we push it into the terminal not connected, it can burn the terminals. So we're not going to do that. But I want you to keep an eye on this voltmeter when I connect this. See that little spark? That's nothing to worry about. See how the voltage just jumped all of a sudden? I would say that one has failed because the voltage is dropping. That one has failed. So this battery, I put it together and the voltage has dropped even further. So that means, see it dropping again, that means the cells in this are completely knackered. It's over for that battery. I'm going to have a go at battery 2. Battery 1 was disappointing. Right, we're going to attempt the same procedure again. And the same rules apply. Somehow this is 2 volts instead of 1.97 or whatever it was. But anyhow, we'll not argue with it. And the same rules apply. And we're going to monitor the voltage differential. Will you see a spark now? There you are. Oh. You see that? That's been a complete success. That's got up to 17.5 coming up now. We'll just keep her coming up. But that's been a success. That's just the polar opposite of the previous battery. That one's going to recover. And that's how the jump start works. It brings up the voltage of the cells to a chargeable voltage where your charger can recognize it. Below 16.5, the battery charger will not recognize it and not charge it. And below 18 or 17.5, it'll not power the tool anyway. So I'm going to put this battery back together and I'm going to try it in the tool to see how it goes. I'm going to try this in the tool now to see what it does. Well, it works. As you can see, the jump start works some of the time, but not all the time. Hopefully that video will help you understand how the jump start method works, why it doesn't always work, and why you should always be careful. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other videos. Welcome to my channel. Today we've got this Titan SDS machine. She isn't doing anything and this switch doesn't feel great. These Titan machines are in the budget range of tools and are sold exclusively by Screwfix. And with a lot of budget range of tools, parts are not easily available. But luckily enough, the switch is available for this one. Quite easy, a wee online search. There it was. Right, so here we are. The switch is quite a simple affair, and like I say, available online fairly cheaply. If you listen to this switch and compare it to the new one, there's a harder click of the new switch, and that's what prompted me. I didn't even test it, I just ordered the switch for it because I knew the switch didn't feel right. So it's quite a simple changeover, just one wire at a time. That's the easiest way to do it. So that's back in business, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other videos. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we've got this Dewalt core drill. There's not a kick in it, it's doing absolutely nothing, so I've got to get into it and see what's going on. Oh, would you look at this? What? I think it's fairly obvious what's wrong here. So a new set of brushes and we'll be back in business. you're looking for the spare brushes for that, it's N032702 and fits both 110 and 240 volt. Another successful repair here at the doctor's surgery. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other videos. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we've got this DCH253 brushed Dewalt SDS. And it works. However, it's running a bit slow, so I'm going to have to get it open and see what's happening inside. Right, that's our SDS completely torn to bits, and the problem is this set of brushes, they're sort of half disintegrated. They're still sort of doing the job, but not as well as they should have. I've got this brand new set, genuine Dewalt, made in the US, very nice. So we'll stick these in her and put her together. That's looking pretty good now. Sometimes all you need is new brushes. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other videos. Here on the spotlight today we have a 5 amp Dewalt battery. Belongs to my good friend David. It's showing 16 volts. What did I show you? 16 volts, just over 16 volts on the multimeter. That's about low. It needs to be about 17 to take a charge or slightly over it. So I'm going to get into it and see what's going on. So out of the casing you can see there's quite a lot of corrosion, and those cells might be game over. But what we're going to do is we're going to try the much championed jump start method to get her going again. But before we dive in with that, we're going to check the voltage on these cells. That's registering nearly nothing. That's good. That's good. That's good. Last but not least, the end cells. Let's see, we've got a good connection there. Yep, that's good as well. So it's these two cells in the end that are the problem. Cell replacement might be the option. But before we try that, we'll just give it a wee boost. Right, so here goes, and we're going to monitor the voltage as this happens to see if it works. And we'll know when we disconnect if it has in fact worked. That might be long enough now, so we'll just disconnect to see what happens. It's over 17, so we can try it in the charger now. Back into the box with that. We'll try it on the charger quickly before it changes its mind. Right, so here goes. Yeah. That's going to work, but we'll give it a bit of time to charge and see what happens. Right, so here we have a fully charged battery now, so I'm going to just take it off the charge and test it to see how it's done. It's over 19 volts. That's not bad. However, 20 would be optimal, and because of what we've just done, I feel the heat there in them front cells. I would leave that sitting overnight to see if those cells are good or bad, to see if they can actually maintain that voltage or they drop. Sometimes they drop the voltage and that's them done. Sometimes they're okay. So we'll know in the morning how it turned out. It's actually official. That battery has failed. These two cells have not held up to the jump start. They were knackered. What I can do is take a couple hopefully out of this here. If we can get a couple of good cells pulled out of this and put them into this, I could maybe get this fixed yet. These two are showing a good voltage, so I'll just pop these out. Hopefully they'll do the job for us. You're doing a cross connection, so it's very dangerous to do this. I don't advise anybody doing this. This is only for your entertainment at home. See? This is not something anybody ever should be doing. There is risks involved in the battery repair, and whether they're worth the risk is questionable at best. That's a good cell. It mightn't look a good cell, but it is, and that's also a good cell. So we're going to put these into the original battery here, and hopefully we'll have a good job. Yeah, it's just those two at the front. The rest of them seem to be okay there. That's good. This might work out yet. These cells are slightly less dangerous than the viable ones, but you don't want to be messing about with cells generally. As a rule, stay away from battery repair and messing about with cells. This is just for your entertainment only. These stickers are to insulate the positive, actually to insulate the negative side that's on the same side as the positive. Some of you may understand what I mean, some of you may not. But it's to stop cross connection, what I'm doing there. Right, here's something you should definitely not do. Solder directly onto cells. That's a no-no. That's dangerous. This is, see, I was crossing the connections. Just keep my solder away from that. But do not solder directly onto cells. It is a dangerous practice. You could explode a cell doing this. There's nobody ever, anywhere, should be doing this. I've seen people doing it. I do it myself sometimes, like now, but it's not an advisable practice. Here we are now. Won't win any beauty contests, and there's no guarantees how long second-hand cells will ever hold up, but it's showing 3 bars. I think we've got a good job. We'll just put it together. Right, we'll check the voltage now. 20.4 volts, that's absolutely perfect. So that battery's totally fixed now. And you see sometimes why the jump start doesn't work. Well, that was slightly more complicated than I thought. And you can decide for yourself if it was worthwhile. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And check out my channel for all my other content. Plenty of battery videos and more videos every week.